We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch,
and now our talk
begins.
All right, so we're going to start off with Starlight getting her chip out.
What took so long?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she was like,
how long do you think it's going to take before Vought notices?
They already did. They can't find her. They've been asking, where is Starlight?
I mean, they're asking because she's not physically on set, not because they've been, like, tracking her yet.
Yeah, she keeps screaming at the intern to go find her, so they haven't, thought to actually physically track her yet.
Yeah, my thing was, though, I thought it was a chip. I mean, we're talking, like, chip. This thing was like a damn,
phone.
That's what protects the chip from your...
I feel like I've seen a James Bond get one of those.
But James Bond didn't get one of those.
We also learned this episode about Starlight that she needs a power source.
Girl needs
her powers.
Yeah, that's new.
It's not just inherent. She's sucking it from...
I feel like that's going to come back later.
She and Butcher seem to bond over Huey.
Yeah, Huey's just pathetic.
And I love it, she is the one who is reticent for it to happen. She's like, no. Just because I'm doing shit and just because we like Huey together, doesn't mean that you can be respectful.
I do feel like this is Butcher's, arc to accepting his wife's soup son. That's what this is about.
Okay.
This whole episode just made me love Butcher even more than I already do, which I already did. So.
All right. So speaking of Homelander, Stormfront and Homelander go on a kinky crime fighting spree.
I was so cringy.
Setting.
And Homelander is in love. And Kel Surprise, he's a horrible boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't date him. That's the very definition of a toxic relationship.
Oh, you stood me up. I'm going to explode my trailer.
Well, I mean, let's just say this. Their relationship started with, I hate you. Thank you for helping me. Laser my fucking tits off. Now we're going to discuss boundaries. So, I mean, it was already just off the rails to begin with.
What if Stormfront was the mother of Homelander in the sense that she's the mother.
I literally thought that.
And when we got a little more detail on Stormfront later in the episode, I thought there was going to be some really incestuous, kinky crap coming, and maybe
there might still be.
Season. No, yeah, for sure, but it was. I was getting weird vibes the whole damn time.
She's either his mother, they're related somehow, something's going on.
Now got clearance that Liberty had a kid.
Yeah, but we don't know if she had the kid before she turned soup or
that's true. That's true. She had a daughter.
If she ever drank soup,
yeah, but when did she have that daughter? Did she have that daughter after becoming a soup? And we'll come back to this. But did she have it after becoming a soup or before? We have Sage Grove, where we know there are people who don't take to be big reveal. Iceman is Lamplighter.
I fucking love Lamplighter.
Yes.
Bring Lamplighter into the boys.
Either way, it was a great X-Men callback. To see.
Yes.
He is somehow in charge of the defective Compound V adults. And we also know that Edgar, and I assume thus Vought, is connected to Sage Grove.
Do all superheroes hit their 30 prime and stop aging? What's going on with Stormfront? Why is she not old?
We did get Love Sausage.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was...
Talk about Dick Snake.
Honestly, the Korean, film industry was like, why haven't we thought of that?
I'm sure they have. That Stormfront used Cindy to kill Agent Raynor.
Cindy being the bald-haired G.I. Jane can crusher.
I'm just saying that what we saw Cindy do was explode a whole fucking person across a goddamn hallway as opposed to pop a head. So those are different skills, but if she's less stressed, I could see that she could hone it in. That's what you get when you get a complete random fucking roll of the dice on superpowers. It's not always just going to be invisibility, flight, or super strength. You're going to get you're going to run the fucking gamut.
Yeah. So the big thing about Lamplighter, though, the big thing that's important is he was sent by Vought to kill Grace, burn down the house. Grace wasn't there, but her family was inside.
That was such an intense moment when they finally faced off. This is what I was hoping when we first started The Boys, which was we would have these boys, but then they would also team up with Soups.
Lamplighter didn't do it on his own. He was ordered to. He was told who was supposed to be in the bed that he was supposed to torch, which begs the question, who was the Homelander before Homelander ordering all the Soups around? What has Vought been doing since time began?
Homelander, come here.
It was still Homelander in charge of the Seven.
Mm.
Homelander's been in charge of the Seven for a while.
Moving on, the Deep recruits A-Train.
And what's his name is now the leader. He's the Scientology church leader.
But I can't wait to find out what the deal is with Fresca, because they were serving Fresca at dinner.
I feel like Fresca is somehow related to Compound V or something like a competition's version of Compound V, because we see the Deep drink some Fresca with what's his face dude who busts him out of jail, and then like we see him waking up from like a hangover like the next day after he was broke out of jail. Like he was broke out of jail like that morning, and then the next day he wakes up from a hangover and he was just given a Fresca. So I mean, I feel like it's somehow Compound V related, but maybe a competitor's Compound V.
I think it's just like some sort of tested Pavlov's effect thing.
Yeah.
They can give you Fresca and tell you all the things about the church and culty until they just give you a Fresca and you do it.
It's their Kool-Aid. They're all going to drink Fresca at the end when they kill themselves.
All right, so we get a little backstory on Frenchie.
I have to say Frenchie is my favorite character. Like, I love Butcher, don't get me wrong, just because I want to bang him. But Frenchie is my favorite character.
Yeah, I feel like Frenchie is much more human than Butcher ever could be. Like, I feel like Frenchie is, again, that fully, like, he's kind of like Luther. He's that fully emotion-driven character. And he doesn't necessarily think things through, except he does have much more of a, like, we see a little bit more of like you realize that you could bomb stuff and knock out Soups.
Right.
Like, he's not stupid, but he does get overridden by his emotions.
I think what we like about Frenchie the most is Frenchie is always living in the now, whereas Butcher's always living in the past. So Frenchie's always about what's happening currently in front of us. So I guess that's why we kind of connect with him a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any regret he doesn't have any revenge motives. He's just kind of like, he's focusing on what's in front of him.
But he's also much quicker to forgive and relax than Butcher is.
He understands the bigger picture.
He's this universe's Q. Butcher recruited Frenchie when they needed to kill Translucent. Frenchie went through that whole montage of creating a bullet that was supposed to take out Translucent. It didn't work, but I love that part of the series. He created a weaponized Xanax bomb to stop a Soup who was powered by rage.
Second to last topic. OMG, it's 11.
What? It's 11.
Explain the.
I get it.
I don't know how you don't see the tie-in. It's a bald-headed girl who has telekinetic powers in a fucking laboratory.
Oh, it's 11.
That's murdering a bunch of people. Yeah,
But
I got
the
it.
thing is I don't think of 11 as 1-1. I think of 11 as ELEV, spelled out. Vought was a Nazi and Stormfront was his wife.
In her talk with Homefront, this is what we were looking for. You're the one to protect the dangers affecting the race. Her words.
Yeah.
Stormfront's a Nazi.
Oh,
Because-
I didn't even think about Edgar.
Yeah.
Because he's
He's not white.
He's not white.
definitely not.
White. He is a shade darker.
Hold on. Edgar could be an Argentinian Nazi. Come on, y'all.
It's all in Stormfront's thing. She's talking about, like, her husband's work with Goebbels, with Himmler, Goering, I mean, all of those people that were doing scientific studies and things like that.
It's essentially a embodiment of what the Nazis were trying to do, the master race.
Right.
They are creating the master race.
The Uberman.
Queen Maeve and her plot to take down Homelander.
Who keeps that in their phone?
Who keeps
Well,
the GoPro
yeah.
you paid to get off the bottom of the ocean?
And
No,
she was
attached to the phone.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it wasn't in her phone. She had plugged her phone into the box to see what was on it.
What
And
was in the
she-
box?
And then said, "Wait, I'm gonna take a shower before I
Right,
relive
and she
this
didn't
moment."
unplug it.
But you put that on your personal phone? Did you have a business?
Yeah, maybe put it in a safe or something. Don't just leave it sit around in a drawer somewhere.
Or you talk to your wife and you say, hey, babe, I'm out exporting some files off of this really important thing. Just don't touch my phone, or like, be careful around, whatever. I would say that to my roommates.
So Elena crossed the boundary.
No, the boundary was not set, so it wasn't a boundary.
She said, I'm getting the phone to order Postmates.
Yeah.
Never go in a Soup's GoPro. Never.
But I just don't, I was stupid. I think that was stupid.
Sorry, but if I'm planning like a secret plot to overthrow an insane dictator superhero,
I'm going to lock that shit up.
Right, I'm not leaving the evidence laying around in the folds of my couch or some shit.
Like she knows Elena in theory, and she's already seen her reactions to some shit. So how does she think there is any explanation that's going to save her from, yes, I let a plane full of people die? Like, even if it's, I can use this bad thing I did to blackmail Homelander, Elena's not cool with this shit.
Unless I get a Maeve-centric episode soon, I don't care about her or Elena. They can both die.
The boys are doing exactly what they're trying to say they're not doing. They are queer baiting you. They mention queer baiting and all the marketing and things they're going to do, but they're actually doing it on the show. They're giving them no storyline. It's just these little droplets of, babe, I'm mad, it's stupid, it's dumb. And she doesn't have a desktop? Why would you put your GoPro on your phone?
They're lesbians, and that's it though.
That's the story.
That's the story. We've had 2 shows of this now. That is literally the lesbian story, is here they are and they're lesbians.